Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Growth spurt, Cavante Turpin Dallas Cowboys future, predicted by coach Mike McCarthy. On 3rd and 6 late in the game on Thursday, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott stayed in the game, even with a fat Thanksgiving Day lead over Washington. There was, it seems, one more thing for the Texas Coast offense to achieve. Yes, it was about winning by a large enough margin, which Dallas eventually did, 45-10, to pull those celebratory turkey legs out of the Salvation Army kettles. But it was also about putting on display yet another facet to this offense, and so Prescott chunked the ball to diminutive receiver Cavante Turpin on a post route that resulted in a 34-yard touchdown, his third time making it to the end zone this season. Turpin is just 5'9", but in a way, the second-year former USFL MVP is still growing. Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy praised Turpin after the Thanksgiving Day game on his explosiveness when running his routes and his versatility on the field. "The post route he runs, you can't run it any better," said McCarthy of the play. "His angle, his stride, his timing are all stress that he puts on the safety, and then you can see the safety react off of Brandon Cooks going off the red line. I think that's a clear picture of the details and the specifics that Turp is playing with right now." Turpin was a Pro Bowler as a rookie due to his return prowess, but he was only targeted twice in the 2022 season and recorded just one catch. Back in July, McCarthy emphasized that in order for Turpin to receive more offensive opportunities, he would need to familiarize himself with the playbook details, and he obviously did just that in the offseason. Turpin this year has 10 catches for 113 yards and 3 TDs, plus another TD on 8 carries for 79 yards. It is clear that the relationship between Turpin, Prescott and McCarthy has ignited, the Thanksgiving Day touchdown being just one example. Said Turpin of the key, execution, all the guys trusting each other. "We go in each and every week just trying to do better than the last week and, I feel, we're doing that." McCarthy has witnessed Turpin's improvement and is pleased with what he is seeing. However, in order for him to increase his numbers on the stat sheet, more opportunities must be thrown his way on the field moving forward. "He's going to continue to grow, and he's done a really good job in that receivers room," McCarthy added. "I'm really proud of that young man. He's a special little guy." Cowboys star Micah Parsons joins Reggie White, Dwight Freeney in historic club. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Micah Parsons is only in his 3rd year, but he's already putting up numbers that put him in rarefied air with some of the greatest to ever play. Only 2 other players have hit the sack milestones that Parsons has already accomplished in year 3, according to Tony Halsman Escareno. Reggie White, who started his career with the Philadelphia Eagles and is widely considered one of the greatest defensive players of all time, put up an incredible 52 sacks in his first 3 years in the league. Dwight Freeney, who played for the Indianapolis Colts, put up 40 sacks in his first 3 seasons. With 6 games left to play this year, Parsons is already at 38 sacks for his career and is in some elite company as one of only 3 players to record more than 11 sacks in each of his first 3 seasons. Parsons is showing no signs of slowing down and seems like the odds-on favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year this season. The Cowboys' defense has been an incredible playmaking unit once again, as Darren Bland has scored an NFL record 5 pick-sixes this season. Parsons is a huge part of that, as his pressure on opposing quarterbacks forces quick decisions that often lead to turnovers. There should be more sacks on the way for the Cowboys and Parsons, who can beat his career high of 13.5 sacks in a season over the next few games. While eclipsing Reggie White's pace is going to be awfully tough, it's impressive that Parsons is already among the all-time greats in rushing the quarterback at such a young age. Micah Aaron Parsons, born May 26, 1999, is an American football linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys of the National Football League, NFL. Parsons played college football at Penn State, where he was named a consensus All-American, the Butkus Fitzgerald Linebacker of the Year, and the Cotton Bowl Defensive MVP as a sophomore in 2019, before being selected by the Cowboys in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. Parsons was named the NFL's Defensive Rookie of the Year following the 2021 season. Parsons was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on May 26, 1999. He attended Central Dauphin High School for his freshman and sophomore years, before transferring to Harrisburg High School where he started at both defensive end and running back. As a freshman, he tallied 121 tackles for loss and 18.5 sacks. As a junior, he collected 69 tackles, 20 tackles for loss, and 13.5 sacks. As a senior, Parsons posted 1,239 rushing yards, 27 rushing touchdowns, tied for ninth in the state, 99 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. He racked up 55 tackles, 17.5 tackles for loss, 10 plus a half sacks, and 1 interception. Parsons also played varsity basketball. He was a 5-star recruit and was ranked number 4 in his class by 247sports.com and number 7 by ESPN. Parsons was recruited by Nebraska, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Alabama, and Penn State. On December 19, it was reported that Ohio State had committed NCAA violations because the university allowed him on the set of ESPN's College Game Day to take a picture with analyst Kirk Herbstreit. As Herbstreit is a former Ohio State University quarterback, this was a violation of NCAA rules, as recruits are not allowed to have contact with members of the media associated with former student athletes. As a result, Ohio State agreed to no longer recruit Parsons. Dallas Cowboys poised to pounce on Eagles' projected $18 million star in free agency, analyst. It's always useful in the NFL to look for what's next. And as much as the Dallas Cowboys know they can count on their star running back, it might also be useful to take a look at what could be next for the Dallas Cowboys running game. To that end, Spotrac put together a speculative rumor about the Dallas Cowboys, suggesting that the team has its eye on one of the NFC's best players, Philadelphia Eagles running back Dandre Swift, who will be a free agent next offseason. That is, if the Eagles allow him free agency. Spotrac's Mike Giannitti wrote that potential interest from the Dallas Cowboys could force Philadelphia to break with tradition and give Swift a hefty multi-year contract. He's been making this position an annually revolving door for some time now, so a multi-year extension doesn't seem like the obvious choice, but we're going to do it anyway, Giannitti wrote on November 21. Here's why. If the Eagles let this player walk in free agency, franchise tag is probably not ideal for their cap situation. One of the teams seemingly poised to pounce could be NFC rival Dallas Cowboys. As far as Dallas Cowboys rumors go, this one would be cool. Swift is one of the best running backs in the league, with 770 yards to his credit, 4th overall in the NFL. And it would be a surprise if the Eagles committed to Swift long-term. When they acquired him last April from the Detroit Lions, Philadelphia only gave up a future 4th-round pick in 2025, and the assumption was that Swift would be a replacement. After all, the Eagles showed little interest in re-signing Miles Sanders when he was coming off a 1,269-yard season in 2022. The difference could be that Swift still has more energy in his legs than Sanders. He will be just 25 years old when the 2024 season begins, and he spent the first 3 years of his career sharing roles as a member of the Lions. This could potentially motivate the Eagles to make a move to keep Swift. Well, that, and the potential threat of a Dallas Cowboys rumor involving Swift coming true, of course. And you fan, what do you think of the Dandre Swift situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.